Hey there. Today we are diving deep into Smart Index tool to see what it can do. Smart Index is a tool designed to streamline the process of indexing URLs using the Google Indexing API. This tool allows you to manage and monitor your URL indexing directly from Google Sheets. So this is the basic dashboard that you will see when you open the Smart Index tool sheet. This is the Google Indexing dashboard. It has multiple things. On top, in the menu bar, you will find the URL indexing menu. This has multiple options like the settings tab, reports tab, and help tab, just in case you need any help. Then we have the URL subsheet where you can submit the URLs. You have a history subsheet where you can see the date, how many URLs are processed, success rate, errors, and all. Then here you have the settings subsheet where you can add in your private key, your client email, and all. So to add this, we will be going into our console cloud google.com. Now we will simply go to the API section and we are going to grab our key. Now to get the API key, we will simply search for indexing API and wait for it to load. Here on top, click on Web Searching Indexing API, and that is how you get your API key. Once it is done loading, just make sure that your API is enabled and you can see this Manage button. Now we will go back and we will click on API tab again. Here we will click on Credentials, and here we will click on Create Credentials. Now we want a service account, so we are going to click on Service Account. You will have to give it a name, and along with it, you can add in a description and you can add in a service account ID as well. And then you can click on Create and Continue. Now it is going to ask you to give it a role. I am going to give it the role of an owner. Once this is done, click on Continue. Then you can grant user access to this service. You can also add in admin rules. I'm just going to click on Continue. Let's wait for it to load. And here we will find our email ID. So this would be like a service account email. We are simply going to click on this. Now we are going to go to the Keys tab and we will simply add a key. I'm going to create a new key. JSON is what you need to use. Click on Create. Once this JSON is downloaded, you need to open this. So this is basically how you get the private key. So we are going to copy this from right here till here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to my sheet and I'm going to paste the private key right here. Now it would need the client email. This is something you will get again from the same tab. Just go back and right here you can find the email ID. Now I am going to copy this and I am going to create a user around this. So I've copied this. I am going to go into the settings of my Google Search Console. I am going to add a user. The email address could be this and I'm going to click on add. This has now added it along with full permission. I can change permissions from here. So instead of full, you can give it owner and click on save. Once this is done, we are simply going to paste this here as well. So both of these things are ready now. Now we are going to go to this URL subsheet. These are some sample URLs that I want to be indexed. So I'm going to simply copy all of these and I'm going to paste them in the URL section of our sheet. This is how you paste them. Now you can simply start running this. So click on URL indexing and index URL and it is going to start running the script. So it will also see if some of them are already processed. In my case, none of them were processed and it has already started doing its work. It is showing you the API response. It is also showing you the status. So that is it for this video. This is how you can index all of your URLs very easily in just minutes to Google Index.